Well, for some, what a difference a 24 hours can make. Thanks for clicking on to Vogan's European Outlook, Wednesday, the 30th of March. And this is a picture captured by Duncan McPherson overlooking snowy Inverness this morning. What a stunning picture that is, especially overlooking Ben Wyvis and Little Wyvis as well. But, what a turnaround we have seen in the last 24 hours. These were the temperatures yesterday afternoon. Now, granted, it was starting to cool down over the north of the UK, but temperatures as high as 17.6 at Castledurg yesterday afternoon. We've seen temperatures in the mid to high teens, even in parts of North Wales. And the further south you go, it was actually, starting to cool down, as you can see here, over central and eastern counties of England, and like I say, up across Scotland we were starting to see the temperatures coming down. These are the current values, by the way, and we've got instead of 17.6 at Castledurg in Tyrone, we have 7 degrees and feeling colder in the wind, feeling more like 5 degrees, 4 or 5 degrees. In fact, this afternoon they're in the wind chill. We've only got 1 degree at Loch Lisgarnock, 2 degrees at Dice, where temperatures were in the mid-teens. Yesterday at West Frew, it's only 6 degrees. So big change indeed. This afternoon we've got still got milder clinging on to the southwestern corner of the country, as you can see. But we have got, of course, Arctic air coming down with that northeasterly flow. Plenty of showers rattling in, convective nature showers. You've got sunshine 1 minute, next minute it's snowing, and even with those showers, you could actually maybe hear the odd rumble of thunder. Actually, wouldn't be surprised at that because we've got a lot of instability in the air with that cold air coming straight out of the Arctic region. Of course, you've got summer strength sun, you've got mixing within the atmosphere as well, and that can create some thunder and lightning as well. So don't be entirely surprised if you hear that in those showers this afternoon. So down comes the cold air. Of course, I did allude to the fact that the area of low pressure coming south, or kind of on that frontal system itself. The models a couple of days ago was forming an area of low pressure that may enhance snowfall over the southeast corner of England, and where the air is perhaps marginal or slightly too warm, we may have seen some dynamic cooling within circulation. That is not going to happen now. And what does happen, however, is the area of low pressure develops and forms more over the continent. So the focus of heaviest snow, by the way, we may get a clip of heavy snow for a time, far south portions of Suffolk, maybe even into Kent, for example. That area of low pressure develops over the continent, and we may see something just in that southeastern corner of the British Isles here. But the focus of the heaviest snow, by the way, is through Belgium, the Netherlands, and into the north of France here. We may see some snow in places such as Paris, as you can see here, the model indicating snow moving through the French capital as well. So very interesting indeed. And of course, the area of high pressure just to the west of the UK, that kind of topples in over the northern half of the British Isles. So we'll have some pretty strong winds coming out of the northeast. If you notice here, Birmingham down to Kent could really see some pretty low wind chill values with this type of scenario early on Friday morning. But the focus of heaviest snow is actually through the south portion of Germany, up into the central and western portion of the country, then through the heaviest snow probably kind of central and southeastern portions of the Netherlands, through central and northern and kind of coastal areas of Belgium, through the northeastern corner of France and into the French capital as well. Very chilly temperatures. Tonight, -6 possible through the Highland Glens, -8 possible tomorrow night. So that is, of course, Thursday into Friday morning, with the high kind of cutting off the shower activity. The winds drop as well. Could see some pretty chilly temperatures indeed across the northern half of the British Isles on Friday morning here. All the while, of course, we're keeping an eye on the heavy snow potential across the near continent. I've got Twitter followers, I've got subscribers on YouTube as well that are from parts of Germany, the Benelux region, and in the northern France. If you do see snow, please write a comment or even send us a photograph on Twitter. I will retweet that. I will also hopefully try and show some snow photographs here on YouTube as well as we go forward here. So interesting, indeed, like I say. Looking at the 850 millibar temperature chart here, real quick, you can see the cold air, of course, coming south. The minus, it's actually quite interesting. Let me have a quick look at up close to the UK, because it actually does indicate that we've got temperatures of below -10 trying to move into the northern half of the British Isles, which is quite interesting. Look at that there. So this is actually the -10 to -15, the purple representing here. So that's actually quite interesting to see that level of cold at 850 millibars, and it quickly dissipates. Have you noticed that? And then, of course, the cold air floods the British Isles here, kind of hovering on -8 to -10, I think, at 850 millibars. Then as we push towards the end of the week and into the weekend, get slightly less cold. We'll start to cut off that northeasterly wind, and we kind of build that high pressure system into the UK. Eventually what will take place is we're going to start to pull our air in from the Atlantic, so we're going to start to lose the coldest of air. Still temperatures below normal, especially across southern portions of the UK and Ireland as we go through the weekend. And then by the time we reach the early portion of next week, what we've got is we've got a fight between milder, quite a considerable milder, in fact, to the west. We've got colder still trying to fight and coming down from the north. But I think eventually what happens is you get that push of milder air from the Atlantic moving in. But what is going to be interesting is, do we see the cold coming back during the month of April? I believe it will. And we'll just have to watch this space in terms of what takes place here. Let's have a quick look at the snow potential here off the GFS, because I do think we could see some very interesting things on the near continent with this situation. So let's play it through the loop. You can see the snow showers bringing accumulations, focused really over high ground, if you notice that. And then as we go through the loop, notice here that we've got some significant snow potential from north central Germany, covering much of the Netherlands, Belgium, and then snow potential even towards Paris here. We may have just the centre of Paris clear of snow cover, but get yourself out into the outlying areas where it's naturally colder, and we may see accumulations here as well. And even up across the hills of northern Spain as well, through the Pyrenees, we could see some significant snowfall, and also through the Alpine region as well. So, yeah, wintry weather indeed. Nothing unusual, of course, despite having 17 to 18 degrees just a couple of days ago, or even yesterday, for example, in Northern Ireland. This is nothing exceptional for the time of the year. We're still in the month of March, of course, for the next couple of days, and then we go into April, and we'll see what happens then. So please, of course, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're new, a warm welcome to you. I appreciate you joining me. Do subscribe, and of course, hit the bell button for the notifications of each video. And I'll be back again, hopefully again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye for now.